Good morning, Heritage Building Trades. This video we're going to be talking about the skills gap. So you see some assignments about it and you've seen some other videos, but I just want to explain what I mean when I say the skills gap. And so what this is a crisis that the U.S., the American job force is facing. And so here's the thing. We have 7.3 million jobs, right? There's a lot of people hiring. There's people who need workers. And let's face it, there's a lot of people in unemployment right now, especially with COVID. There's tons of people looking for jobs. Here's the thing. The people don't have the skills, the training, they don't have the job experience. And the honest truth is a lot of people are lazy and don't have the work ethic to fulfill these jobs. So how the skills gap got created was there was a PR campaign for college, right? Students weren't going to college and they said, how are we going to get kids to go here? And so they did this campaign that said, you have to go to college. If you want a successful future, you have to go there. If you don't go to college, you're going to fail at life, right? And so now this was years and years ago, and now we are facing the consequences of that campaign. Because now students are going to college, and they're getting all this debt, they're getting these degrees, and then they go to get a job, and the fact of these 7.3 million jobs is only 3 out of 10 require a college degree. 7 out of 10 do not. And so all these students going to college are fighting over 30% of the available jobs. So that's a lot of jobs left open that people aren't trained for. And so here's the thing. There's people who are retiring. The average age of a plumber is like 65, for example. So he's going to retire here soon. There's no one trained ready to go in and take his place. Yes, we have people entry-level positions becoming new trades workers. And so they're starting out at the very bottom and they have no skills training yet. They're just starting. They have no job experience. And so the skills gap is that group that's going to be these master plumbers, master carpenters, even other trades, skilled trades. This includes nursing. This includes being a chef, culinary artist, any of our CTE classes. Basically, they're the ones where you have a skill. That's how you don't need a degree. You need a skill. That's where they're missing. These people are retiring and leaving. These job openings are there, and there's no one to fill them because they don't have the skills training or the job experience. And so what this means for you is there is an awesome opportunity right now for you to get the skills for free. These companies are desperate. They need people who are trained. And so now, most of the time, if you go to a trade school, you don't even have to pay for it out of your own pocket. The company you work for will pay for it as they pay you to work for them as well. Or there's all kinds of scholarships that are being awarded right now to learn these skills because people need them. There's a huge deficit, right? And then your job experience, again, you're going to get paid while you're being trained. It's not like college where you go, again, and you get, I don't know, $120,000 worth of debt. I mean, maybe not when you leave college, you might not have that much. Like, I think the average is like $40,000, $50,000 when you leave. But still, that's how much total it costs college. Is the average is like $120,000. Whereas the average trade school for the whole program, it's like about $20,000, right? And again, most of that you can get paid for by someone else. You don't even have to do it out of your own pocket. And so these companies, they're going to train you again, and they're going to give you job experience because you're going to be working for them while you're being trained. And so you're going to get this job experience. So what's really cool is what used to take you years to work up the chain in a trade, you can now do really quickly. So in less than 5 years, you can go from entry-level position all the way up to being a master, basically, and you're doing the work. If you do the right steps, you go to the trade school, you get the training, you can move up really quick and be making bank really early on at a young age because they're desperate. And I mean, some of these jobs, I know Caterpillar for a while, the big equipment company, big bulldozers and Tracos and those kind of vehicles that you see on road construction sites, they were hiring mechanics and they were 6-figure jobs and they had 6 of them at their main plant, and I forget which state it was, but there were 6 of them, and they couldn't find anyone who would take the job, right? Because they didn't find anyone who had the skills or job experience or who wanted to work that hard. But the 6-figure job to be a mechanic, think about it, that's a lot of money, right? And so how are we going to bridge the skills gap? There's only one way. Is people just got to show up to work, you got to work hard while you're there, and then you got to be honest. And so I'm going to explain that real quick. I have it before. But so the biggest problem to get entry-level positions, people are hiring, they just can't get anyone to show up on time and just show up every day, right? So you got to get your work ethic together, learn I got to work hard, and I'm going to show up to work on time and be there ready to work. And again, you can jump this gap and you can be making bank early on because they're desperate for you. They need you. And so you're going to move up the ranks really quickly. So if you just show up on time, you're ahead of most of the game because people can't do that these days. So show up. When you get there, you're going to work hard. If you work hard, you're going to be learning the skills that they're giving you, and you're getting that job experience. Again, what you put in is what you're going to get out. The more you learn and the more experience you gain, again, the faster you can jump up and get these jobs, claim these jobs, these six-figure jobs that are out there. Not all of them are like that. Not all trade jobs are going to make you rich, but there are those that available that will, and all you got to do is work hard, get the training, so when those job openings happening, when that opportunity is there, you can jump on it and take the lead, right? So you can do that, and then be honest. When you're getting these new jobs, really important, be honest about your experience level, because if you lie and say you have all this experience, they're not going to train you. And so the problem is we have a bunch of people who are like, oh, I'm a master carpenter, I've done it forever, and all I did is help their dad build a shed once. But that's it. They never have real job experience, but they claim they can do all these things, and so they get thrown on the job, they get put into advisory or a supervisor role, and then the job site, it fails because they have no idea what they're doing, and then they get fired, right? But if they would just be honest in where they're at, people need you to be there. They need to hire you. So if you're honest about where you're at, your level, they'll still hire you even though you don't have a lot of experience, and then they know what kind of training they have to give you. All right? So show up. Just show up at the right time in the morning. This is going to set you apart. Work hard while you're there. Learn as much as you can. Learn the skills. Get that experience. And be honest where you're at so you can get the appropriate training, right? And again, there's 7.3 million jobs. Of these, 7 out of 10 don't need a college degree. What they need is the skills. So right now, you're learning skills in these classes. Continue that education. Go get a job over the summers. Go to a trade school. Learn the skills as fast as you can because the market needs you. And that job opportunity isn't going to last forever. Eventually, people are going to figure this out. But right now, you're getting paid a whole lot as an entry-level position. You get paid a whole lot as you move up. So now's the time to do it. So I encourage you, pursue a job in a career or in a trade, bridge the skills gap, be the one to do it, and take advantage of this opportunity to get an awesome, successful career and get freedom. You aren't bound to college debt. You aren't bound to a job that you hate sitting behind a desk. You can find a job in a trade that you love and do it for the rest of your life.